Hey everybody, if you're watching this video, we're going to be looking at breaking down the Futura Mechanical Engineering Dossier found within Unit 3, Force and Motion Engineering Internship. Now, a dossier is nothing more than a folder full of resources that people use in different jobs. In this case, the dossier we have is a digital folder with different articles and things you'll use to complete the project within the internship. Now, this digital folder is found as a link throughout all of the days within the internship and the Futura workspace itself. I'm going to use the link found in day 1 of the lesson brief. If I scroll down, the link here, Futura Mechanical Engineer Dossier, will take me to the dossier that we'll be using throughout all of the different days of the internship itself. Now, within the dossier, we have a lot of different icons and different tools you use to navigate through it. Starting in the top left-hand corner, we have a group of books here. If I click on that, these are your recently opened. You can click the heart next to it to make it one of your favorites. It allows you to quickly find the dossier in different parts of Amplify. Not terribly important, but still there. Next to it, we have 3 dots and 3 lines. If we click on this icon, this is your table of contents. It shows you all the different articles in the dossier. Remember this collection of resources. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different articles. I have some additional resources and a glossary for my vocab words. If I click on the icon, it disappears. Below that, I have a little dot. If I click on that, you'll notice the chapters at the very top are changing. This is a progress bar, which you can drag to quickly get where you need to go. If this isn't where you needed to go, you can click the little arrow here and it'll take you back to where you started. Now, within the article itself, you have a lot of different things. Starting at the very top, we have our little progress bar here where you can slide it up and down to take you to different parts of the article you're at. We have this little speaker button. If you click on it and hit play, it will read the entire article to you if you prefer that.
Futura Mechanical Engineers Dossier. Chapter 1. Request for Proposals. RFP. International Disaster Aid is an organization that provides relief during natural disasters.
You can pause it as you need, and that's there if you prefer that. As you scroll down, you'll notice that the paragraphs are broken down into parts for you. There are some underlined words here. If you click on those blue underlines, it'll show you the word along with its definition. You obviously have pictures and different captions. And below that, we have our next button, which will take you to the next article or chapter. Now, within the article as well, you have a few different functions you can do in terms of adding annotations. Number one is if I click on a section here, I can drag and I can highlight that if it's important information. I can also click and highlight and add notes about things that I'm reading. So maybe I read this section and it spurs a question I have about it that I want to maybe ask the teacher or a friend later. Maybe you click on this section because you're like, ooh, this is super important. I'm going to need this for my project. So maybe I need to read this later. You can add notes as you go. Now, notice my icons are gone. If I click on the page, they reappear. Starting in the top right, if you notice, we have a bunch of different icons as well. So we have the paper here. If I click on that, it's going to take the article and break it down into chunks. And you can navigate through these parts using the arrows at the bottom. So if I click left, there's the picture. If I click right, it's the start of the article, and so on. If I click the button again, it goes back to the full article. I have a search bar here. So maybe I'm looking for a specific thing within the dossier itself. So maybe I'm looking for collisions. I can search. It'll take me to the different chapters and parts that have collisions in them. Next, I have this paper and pencil here. If I click on that, it'll show me all of the annotations I've made, highlighted sections and notes. I can click on them and it'll take me directly to where I have them. Last but not least, I have this cog in the top right corner. This is important because it allows you to decide how do you want to read or listen or follow along with the different parts. So you can change the text to be bigger if you want, if that's easier for you to read. You can change the line spacing if that makes it easier as well. You can show the paragraph numbers here or turn them off if it's annoying. You can expand the letter spacing. You can show the annotations or turn them off if you don't want them to bother you. And you can also show those relative vocab words or not. All these things hopefully make it easier for you to read the articles and understand the dossier itself. At this point, that's the entire thing. Good luck with all of this.